Have you ever felt completely trapped? Stuck between a rock and a hard place, with no way out? It's a feeling we all know. You've just achieved a breakthrough, a moment of freedom, only to find yourself facing an even bigger obstacle. You start to wonder if you made a mistake, if you heard God wrong. This is exactly where the Israelites found themselves. Imagine the scene. After 400 years of slavery in Egypt, they are finally free. The joy, the relief, the hope for a new beginning must have been overwhelming. They are marching out, a nation of millions, leaving the land of their bondage behind them forever. The air is thick with celebration and anticipation. But then their triumphant march comes to a grinding halt. Before them lies a vast, impassable body of water, the Red Sea, a wall of water blocking their path to the promised land. And as they stand there, confused and uncertain, a cloud of dust appears on the horizon behind them. The dust cloud grows larger, the sound of thundering hooves and rattling chariots filling the air. It's Pharaoh and his entire army, regretting his decision to let them go, now in hot pursuit, determined to drag them back into slavery. The people's joy instantly turns to terror. Can you feel their panic? They are completely boxed in. The sea in front, the most powerful army in the world behind. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Their newfound freedom feels like a cruel joke. The celebration dies on their lips, replaced by bitter accusations and cries of despair. They turn on Moses, their leader, the one who brought them out. Here. Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? They cry out. Their fear is so palpable, it's almost a physical thing. They would rather be slaves back in Egypt than die a horrible death in the wilderness. In this moment of absolute chaos, with an entire nation on the verge of a meltdown, Moses stands firm. He doesn't panic, he doesn't lash out. Instead, he speaks words of unshakable faith. He tells the people, do not be afraid. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today, you shall see again no more forever. The Lord will fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. Think about the courage and faith it took to say that. Stand still. When a bloodthirsty army is bearing down on you, it sounds insane. It goes against every natural human instinct to run, to fight, to do something. But Moses understood something crucial. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to stop striving in your own strength and let God take control. He was calling them to a place of active trust, not passive resignation. He was telling them to position themselves to witness a miracle. And then God speaks to Moses. He says, why do you cry to me? Tell the children of Israel to go forward. Go forward. Forward into where? Into the sea? It makes no sense, but God's commands often defy our human logic. They walk between the walls of water, the seabed firm beneath their feet. For hours, the entire nation, men, women, children, and their livestock crosses through the heart of the sea. They are walking on holy ground, witnesses to one of the greatest miracles in history. They are walking through their fear, through their impossibility, and into God's promise. Once the last Israelite is safely on the other side, the Egyptian army, blinded by their rage and arrogance, charges into the same path. They don't see the miracle. They only see their runaway slaves. They rush in with their chariots and horsemen, confident in their military might. But their chariots get stuck in the mud, confusion and panic set in among them. They realize they are not fighting against a ragtag group of slaves. They are fighting against God himself. Then, as the sun begins to rise, God gives Moses another command. Stretch out your hand over the sea, that the waters may come back upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots and their horsemen. Moses obeys once more. He stretches his hand out, and the walls of water collapse. The sea crashes back into its place with terrifying force, swallowing the entire Egyptian army. In a single decisive moment, the threat is eliminated. The source of their terror is gone, silenced forever beneath the waves. As the morning light breaks, the Israelites stand on the far shore and see the bodies of their enemies washed up on the beach. The fear that had gripped them is replaced by an overwhelming sense of awe and gratitude. They didn't just escape. They witnessed the complete and total victory of their God. The Red Sea, which had been their greatest obstacle, the symbol of their certain doom, was transformed into the very instrument of their salvation and the backdrop for God's incredible glory. This story is so much more than an ancient historical account. It's a powerful picture of how God works in our own lives. How many times have you faced your own Red Sea? An impossible situation, a problem so big you can't see any way around it. Maybe it's a financial crisis, a health diagnosis, a broken relationship, or a career dead end. You feel trapped with your back against the wall, and fear is screaming in your ears. He is the God who makes a way where there is no way, and He will fight for you. You just need to hold your peace and trust Him. Thanks so much for watching. If this message encouraged you, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We'd love to hear in the comments about a time God made a way for you when it seemed impossible. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to face their own Red Sea. See you in the next video.